Okay, in this case, I want to. There's a bunch of tools. Let's go over some of them inside of Audacity here. The one I don't want to start this laughter that from the last video that I was working on. I'm going to move it over, and we can use this one right here. It's called the time shift tool, and you can use that to move your audio wherever you want. Now, whenever you play your final movie or audio and stuff, you'll notice this audio and this will all be squished together into one. So wherever I put this, so we can listen to them together. Again, in our control key, I use this Control A. Selects everything that you're working on, and then if you hit play, it'll start from the beginning there. Okay, so you hear the laughter come in. If you want to turn anything down or up, in this case, you'll see there is a left and right for left speaker, right speaker, if you want to take the sound and put it on one more than the other. This is the volume kind of control, and if I turn it down in the decibels here, dB stands for decibels, and if we play this again from the beginning, oh, I was on pause, let's go from the beginning. It's not as loud. Did you hear? Can you tell the difference? So if I turn it up, and then we play from the beginning again. Wow, see how loud that is? So again, I'm going to turn it down kind of to here, and so I want to hear the laughter, but not at the very beginning. The music comes fading in, and that's pretty good. And then so I'm going to keep going and putting some other sound effects in. Again, probably the easiest way to put the sound effect in is to open up a sound effects. I kind of like this graveyard thing, and if I listen to it, you'll see there is a sound effect here of kind of like a somebody digging in a graveyard. Kind of like a shovel or something. You got some bells going. I thought there was a digging in the graveyard here. Oh, it's pretty good. It's nice and scary. So I'm going to highlight a couple sections of this. Hit Control C on the keyboard to copy, or of course if I'm on a Mac, I hit Command C, or the Apple key, whatever you want to call it. And again, I'm going to come over to this one and then paste by going under Edit Paste or Apple V or Control V. Uh-oh, I went over top of that. I didn't want that. You notice how since I had this selected, it went over top of that. Again, if you click off, I think down here somewhere. I don't know why it's doing that to me here. Edit Paste. There you go. So it put it down here. So I think it overrode my original one up here because I had this kind of selected up here. So you can see how I can click on one and it turns it up. Click on one. Click on one. So if you have one selected, it's going to go over top of the other one. So again, for this one, you might want to turn it down or up. It doesn't really matter. Let's listen to how they are together here. Okay, again, and this doesn't have to start at the beginning. If you want, you can move it around. If you want. If you want the sound at the beginning to be down, you can use this one right here, which is kind of a volume control here for this one. You can see how you can control the volume here this way also instead of doing this over here. But you can see it's kind of shortening the sound wave here. You can then maybe even give it one of these. What this is doing is it's putting dots along the way here. And then you can move these dots so that it's this. If you go like this with the dots, see that I'm using this tool right here. If you go like this by putting dots along, you can have the sound go up and then go, you could put another part here, a dot here, and then a dot at the end here, like this, and bring it down. So what this is doing is you can control the amount of volume. So I'm using this tool right here. It's kind of a envelope tool, I guess it's called. And the sound will go up, and then it'll slowly fade down here at the end here, and you can fade it all the way out, I believe, if you squeeze it like that. I believe that's what this We'll do this one does the same thing. Draw tool. You can draw a line. We'll get to that one in a minute. So let's listen to this. I'm going to turn the volume down of all this too right here for this one right here. Let's hear them all together. Oh, I want that one. Let's hit play. I think I turned it down too much. Turn it up a little bit. Okay, right here where the music is. So let's get another sound. Let's go find another one. You can close them if you want, the ones that you were working on with the upper here. And let's listen to maybe another one of these demonic laughters here. That's a pretty good one. Let's try it. Let's hear it again. Let's copy that one. Let's go back over to our main project that we're working on here. And again, I'm going to use the first tool right here is this one right here. It's kind of like a selection tool. I'm going to make these a little bit smaller, again, by putting my cursor in between them. And then I'm going to put it on its own layer. There is a way that you can actually put them together, I believe. Let me see. Edit, paste. Yeah, but it's going to put it right next to that one. I really don't want that. It's probably best just to put it on a new track. That way you don't have to have, try and squeeze two things together into the same track here. I can say edit, paste, and there it is down here. And again, if I want it towards the end of this project here, not at the beginning. I'm sorry, I'm making it a little small here. I'm running out of space here. If I want this towards the end, like when the volume starts going down there, I can use this one, which is the time shift tool, and put my cursor over top of it and move it to where I want. So right here where the sound starts going down, and then you can actually use your selection tool and select all of them just so you can hear what it sounds like over here if I hit play now by selecting it. Okay, so if I want, I can turn the volume up and down over here by using also this tool right here, which is the draw tool. I believe you're not zoomed in enough to use the draw tool, okay? Zooming in is of course, there is a zoom tool here. It's this one. What it's doing is making it look so that you can see more of your waveform. And let me see if I can use this. I guess we're not zoomed in enough. Let's use our envelope tool again. You can put a dot at the beginning and a dot here. I tend to use 4 of them here. So one at the beginning, one towards the middle. Oop, there we go. I want to go up on this one and down at the beginning. Oh, not too down, too far. Okay, that'll fade it in, and then let's fade it out here toward the end here by putting like that. Okay, so it fades in and then fades out. So that was this tool right here. And so let's see what this listens to right here. We can draw a line. You notice I'm using the selection tool, clicking and holding my mouse down and dragging over all this area here, so I can just listen to this area. So I can hear what they're all together. Again, you can zoom out. What key will zoom out? Control minus. No. How do I zoom out? There was a plus here. There's got to be a way to get a minus on here. It's still zooming in. Still do zoom. Oh, shift key is a minus. Zoom out. Okay, so right now I have a mix of laughter there, and then some more sounds there. So this is what I want you to work on is learning how to use this this program. If you have another program you want to use, that's fine with me. I'm just using this one because it's a nice, easy program to use. As you can see, you can have multiple tracks. You can mix them together. Also, I want you to think about how you can find sounds on the internet and download them. Oh, that's right. We have the birds twerping too that we have downloaded. Okay, so let me get that one. Last one I'm going to do is the birds twerping here. I believe I downloaded one from the internet. I think it's the birds twerping. Let's hear it. Spacebar will also do. Oh, and then we should learn about how to change the channels too. Do that too. So let me pause this.